Welcome back to Backyard Wrench Bender. Another week is coming to an end, and this is just one of those weeks I could not get ahead. But I got a few minutes today, so let's come out here and see if we can't make something. This week, we're focusing on rebuilding this corner. And as you can see, there's a lot of complex curves and shapes to this, so I'm gonna have my work cut out for me. Last week, I finished building the bottom panel, and I put out a message saying if you would have done something different, leave a message. Somebody did reach out to me and said, hey, you're doing this the hard way. Come borrow some tools. So I ran over and I'm borrowing these tools. And naturally, I said, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. So this week is all about playing. I've got myself cut a handful of steel scraps. I'm going to take it through the English wheel, the bead roller, the stretchers and shrinkers, and I'm going to make that corner a couple times to see which way works best and what I can do with these.
I started by getting a feel for the English wheel to figure out how to match the shape of the door. There was a lot of back and forth to the door to check my progress. Once I got the shape where I wanted it, I ran the piece through the bead roller with the largest die I had available. And as you can imagine, running it through with the curve I had just put in it was difficult, and it flattened the part back out. So I ran it through the English wheel again to attempt to reshape it.
First attempt, this is what we get. I kind of expected this. The problem you run into is once you put this in here, it makes it very difficult to curve. I would need to find a way to come in and shrink this in order to get this thing to curve right again. My second attempt, I was going to start with the bead roller and then see if I can roll the whole thing into shape. But I have a feeling the same thing's gonna happen. I'm not gonna really get that sharp 90-degree turn that I need for the door. So, I'm gonna go a little bit of a different route. Okay, I've played with all the tools, kind of got to know how they're gonna work and what they're gonna be able to do and what they're not gonna be able to do. I think I'm gonna have to do this in two parts. Plan is we'll probably make from here to here in one piece, and then we'll come back and we'll make here to here in one piece.
In order to get the right shape and size, I'm taking painter's tape, covering the corner and trimming off the excess so I have a template to put onto my workpiece. Then I can go cut it with the angle grinder and start shaping it.
And there we go. Very closer to the correct contour on that. Take this over to the grinder, clean it up, and move on to the next step. And here's this finished piece. And I went ahead and did the exact same thing top piece, except I flanged the top piece out so that when they come together, you got the shape on the car. And I got a little more hammer work to do on this, and maybe some more work on the English wheel to get these to fit right. But it's threatening rain, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up my tools and go inside.
I didn't post a video last week. Life got busy, as it does. I ended up having to do some traveling, and I just didn't have the time to get out here to work on the Mustang. Sometimes your projects have to take a back seat to real life, and that's okay. The important thing is to make sure you get back onto your project. Don't let life push the project to the point where you just don't get anything done on it. You end up getting frustrated, and you get rid of it halfway through. This week, I wasn't able to do as much as I like to. I did get out here to make more parts for the door. I have been enjoying playing with the sheet metal tools and forming it. Most of my career, all I've been able to do is turn wrenches and put things together. It's fun to get out here and do something new and different. Next week, we'll finish up on the door. We'll end up making the corner. I'll do some of the final shaping for the pieces, and we're going to try to start getting this thing put together. So I got a new tool I want to show you. This is a dinging spoon. Also heard it called a slapping spoon. And you use this for metal shaping. What you do is you take a dolly, you put it behind your workpiece, and then you slap it with this, and it hits all of the high spots and flattens them out at the same time. If you want one, you're going to have to find it yourself, because I'm not trying to sell this to you. I'm just excited to get it. So on that note, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.